Eurostone custom Broiles. It's a partial completion video with parts needed. Some of the parts we're aware of, I'm just going to go over them now. We know that we are going from what was originally planned for here. We're going to go with a wall 33-36, and at the base we're going to do a 33-inch base, but it's a 3-drawer base to match what was in the design. Originally we had 24s ordered, and we realized we had enough space to get the 33 in here, as well as have enough room for an 1.5-inch overhang without coming into the door trim. We've talked about how tile will affect with that light switch there. Customer's fine with that, looking to have backsplash tile, which just go all the way to the trim. So we're looking for those. We also know that the actual final design included a 12 here. Currently we have a 15 and then a 33 here where a 36 was provided. So we'll be looking at coming back out and installing the wall 12 36. So taking the 15 down, putting the 1236 up, and then that's already been returned to the store, the 36, and we'll be installing a 33-36 there, which is great because the margin was going to be really tight. As you can tell, this was actually, we added a filler here just so the margin, because of the spacing here, so that the 36 that would match the margin at the window. So anywho, so that's 4 cabinets we're looking for there. Let me see if there's anything else parts-wise we need. I believe that's it. We do want to check and see if this is intended to be skinned here. If so, I think it'd be wise because of the valance is coming out a 1/4 inch to match, to be flush with the face frame here. We have a gap here. We'll look to putty that once this is fully installed. So look to see if we're going to be provided with some skins for this. Okay, so the main thing was to get ready for template, which we've done. The benefit of having the stone done before we come back is that, or at least this piece of stone set, is that we can put these cabinets on. This set of cabinets, we have a cabinet here. I believe this is an 18. The back is removed because it's going to go on top of the countertop, slide in this area. It comes to here, so that's the face frame. And so it'll fully cover this area. On top of that is a 36. And so we'll actually notch out the end panel, 1-inch filler on the left-hand side, and that will hide the on-demand hot water heater and still have it accessible, okay? So benefit of having the stone done prior to us coming back out, if possible, because we can set it right on there. If it's not done before then, that's fine. We'll put in some 1.25 plus spacers in this area. I'm going to point out that this brace right here, so this is attached to the cabinet beside. It's attached in 2 places, the studs in this way. And then we have pocket screws from this stud, this 2x4, into here, and then attached to this cabinet here. This bracing is so that the stone can come up inside of this area and up inside of here, and will still be in good shape. Again, the cabinet is coming to here. So as long as the stone is past this cabinet, we're fine. And this is the mark to 12 inches. That's the depth of the cabinet that's going to be going over all of this. So as long as the stone comes past, flush to or past here, we're also fine because the cabinet's going to hide everything else. So when we template, we want to know that we're going to this area and at least here, because the cabinet will hide everything else. Okay, so that's what that's all for. It's to help with template, but also to hold up the stone, the additional weight. This door was put on as a left-hand opening. The design shown to the right. We went ahead and switched it. We have a modification to the side of the cabinet. It wasn't in the design, but this is something the customer had spoken with the designer, and we got approval from the designer, went ahead and did. We allowed 3 inches of spacing all the way around, including considering the toe kick area. So 3 inches here. The customer wants to be able to put things in this area if they want to. So that's the purpose of that modification. I'll point out another modification. These are 3 standard modifications for the sink base. One other modification we had was on these cabinets here. This one in particular, we spaced this out. There's a piece of furniture that the customer is going to put in this place, so we did the spacing based on what they wanted. That was part of the design. There was an outlet in this area, so we've pulled it through and it is usable here. So one modification to the back of this cabinet. We also, the design indicated that these are wall cabinets. They're wall 36s, I believe. no, I'm sorry, 30 cabinets. So 24 30s. The design showed they were supposed to be set at 34.5, like a standard base cabinet, and it indicated some kind of base. And so we went ahead and used the 696 fillers to go ahead and create the bases here. Okay. And so we have these set to where the customer wants them, spacing wise, and at the proper height, leveled and everything. We're just looking at LVP going down, and then quarter round can be set around these. Okay. Let's see. So just to go over a tour, again, we have our valance for the range hood area. It's our wall. It's a 21-inch depth. Use scribe molding to go ahead and create the spacing because of the difference in the face frame and the end panel. We have blocking up on top of the cabinets to receive the riser. Okay, so blocking all the way around. Again, we know this one is going to be taken down and a 12 will be installed in its place. So we have a right hand opening on this cabinet here. Left on this corner cabinet. And then a left on this wall cabinet here. We have a 9-inch pullout. Left hand opening on this with the Lazy Susans. We are missing a cap for this Lazy Susan. So if we have any extra, it'd be great to provide it so that we can just go ahead and plug. That's where the fasteners are put through to the bottom. Doors have not yet been adjusted. That will be done once, and there's our wall cabinet that's going right there. Adjustments will be done when we come back. We do have our tilt-out trays. Customer's also going to work to have the handles here next time we come, so we can go ahead and install them. 24-inch spacing with temporary braces for the dishwasher. And then we shown this cabinet again, full height door. I don't think I mentioned this. These doors are rubbing, okay? We already discussed with the customer. This is going to be a situation where we'll need to go ahead and remove the screws and move the face of the drawer over to go ahead and get the right spacing. So this is something we can fix. So we're going to bring our trim in. It's outside right now, like the cabinets were outside before we got started. We're going to bring that in tonight. So there's a wall cabinet that goes above the fridge. This is the 36 that goes over the majority of the heater. And then we have two cabinets. There's going to be a microwave cabinet and then a cabinet above it. So then an end panel, which we haven't received yet, so I understand that's coming in. The fridge cabinet, and then we've got this pantry with a pull-out. So we did just receive that today. So we're in good shape to finish. Again, we'll just need those, I think it was 4 cabinets, and then the work order to come back out and finish up. Again, if the stone is done in this area by then, fantastic, because it'll allow us to set those cabinets right on there, and that will establish the top alignment that we'll finish this all off with. This was an interesting kitchen. It was over from here to here, actually to there. We were talking about 1 1/8 inch out of plumb, so there's a lot of trimming and then shimming up, but everything's nice and clean, tight. We're in good shape. So if you have any questions, give me a call at 615-542-3052. Thank you very much.